Coach Stoops, it's great to see you on a sideline yet again. The game of football has missed you. Now let's talk about today. Landry Jones, one of the faces of this league, your starting quarterback, is active, but he will not be playing. Instead, an Instagram model that just 6 months ago, and Philip Nelson will be your starting quarterback. What can you tell us about Landry, and what do you expect from Philip Nelson?
Not only an Instagram model, but an underwear model. So this will only enhance his followers.
What do you expect from Landry Jones? What happened with him? Why is he not starting today?
Well, he's been recovering from a knee injury. He's really close. Really feel good about it next week, but we'll wait and see on Monday. But he's cleared to play, but with the limited reps, we thought it'd be better to go with Philip Nelson first.
What type of player is Philip Nelson? What should people expect from him?
He's a really smart player. He's run this offense before. He's doing a great job for us, and he's really looked particularly good in the last 4 or 5 days.
Thanks, Coach. You're awesome.
Thanks for watching the Progressive Countdown to Kickoff. So the head coach is Bob Stoops of the Dallas team. One of his former assistants, Jonathan Hayes, a longtime NFL tight end who tutored under some of the great coaches in all of football. Bill Cowher, Marty Schottenheimer, and years on Bob Stoops' staff at Oklahoma, which includes a national championship, is taking the helm for his first game as a head coach. 28 years combined in the NFL.
Into the pocket, and it'll set up a 2nd and long. And now, if you're Dallas's defense, you feel like things are in your favor.
Ready, go. And bring an extra man. Tamu going deep again. Nice touch, and it is hauled in up the sideline. Alonzo Russell with a first down catch on a gain of 29. They went after Josh Hawkins at corner again.
Coverage, so you're thinking inside to the inside receivers on the verticals and see if they can get.
Tamu on the run. He's going to try to run for it. Needs to get to the 45. He does, plus more. And Jordan Tamu did it so well in college, using his legs to stretch the defense. Picks up 17 and a St. Louis first down.
Scoop safety. 180. What's up?
Michael gets taken down again, and they pile in on him. And the football came loose. Dallas came away with it. And we'll see if he was ruled down. Jonathan Calvin out of Mississippi State recovered it.
Have a defensive recovery, okay. All right. All right. You see that, James? You good with that? He is not touched. James, how you doing over here? You with us, James? Yeah,
Mike Chase is a replay official on the left.
Here we go. So the runner slid down. He was not contacted. As he's going to get up, we have no contact. The ball is out. And we have a defensive recovery, correct? Okay, so we're just going to get you a spot. We're going to reverse this and give it to the defense. We're going to give you a spot. Looks like, let's go with the 36-yard line coming out. So we're going to reverse this. The runner was down, got back up and lost the ball, however you want to describe that. And then we're going to reverse this and give it to them at the 36. Good with that? All right, smile pretty.
So that's how the sausage is made.
Terrible end to a drive.
After review, the runner went down, got back up, and was not touched by the defense. The ball was knocked out and recovered by the defense at the 36-yard line. It will be first down.
Four-man rush. Nelson over the middle, and he goes to his big tight end, and it's a gain of 10. Donald Parham, the 6'8", 22-year-old out of Stetson. The XFL is here in Arlington, Texas, and there's a Sooner flavor to this. Landry Jones will be the starting quarterback next week. He's standing by with Pat.
Landry Jones, obviously the world was anticipating your start today. Can't do it because of the knee. What have you seen from Phil in this offense that you've been trying to help out a little bit?
Man, Phil's doing a great job right now, taking what the defense is giving him, so I think he's doing great.
What has Hal Mummy's offense been like trying to get involved in?
It's been great. Hal's great at keeping things simple and doing what we do best, you know, so he's done a really good job, and I'm getting real comfortable in it.
Do you mind hanging out here for a little bit while we watch your guys play a little bit?
Sure, we'll hang out.
My guy.
Incomplete. Philip Nelson has only missed twice now, 9 of 11, Pat.
So he's 9 of 11. He's doing great, but everybody's anticipating your return. When will you be back? Do you know?
You know, I think I'm going to try to go next week and see how I feel, go and practice and stuff like that, and actually get some reps underneath me.
5 years with the Steelers. Then were you working construction is what I heard, and then you came out here?
Yeah, so kind of fell into doing some construction stuff. Started making tables in the off-season and stuff like that, and then just really liked doing it. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do it after football, let's get some experience in doing it.
What did you learn from being away from the game that you've taken back here?
I mean, I don't know if I learned anything in the construction that correlates over to football, but it was really fun ripping up drywall and replacing tubs and doing all that stuff.
That's what the XFL is all about, Tom. Okay? A redemption story. Landry Jones is one of the faces of this league, was ripping up drywall just a few months ago, and he's going to sling it next week for the Dallas Renegades.
Yeah.
Big first down pickup for Phil Nelson.
3rd and 5. Edge pressure again. They run it the opposite way. First run of this drive.
Hey, we're going. Blue 92. Blue 92. Get the first down now. It's 4th down.
Nelson completes it as it go for 4th down and turn it in. First catch for Jazz Ferguson.
Ferguson is 6'5", and you can see Nelson gets back and cuts the ball loose. The 900s are the quick routes. Get the ball.
Signage, especially on the defensive side. Straight ahead run. Marquise Young out of Massachusetts picks up 4. Pressure coming. Nelson dumps it over the middle. The pass is bobbled and intercepted, but they say it hit the turf. Kenny Robinson, the product out of West Virginia, tried to scoop it up quickly, couldn't fool the officials. McGinnis, the pride of Big Blue Nation. And McGinnis punches it through for the first points for the Dallas Renegades, and the Kentucky product has the Renegades out front after a 13-play, 50-yard drive. 3-0 Dallas.
In space. It seems like you've been doing that a lot. The first game, obviously, but you've had 7 weeks of practice. Who's somebody you look to in a big-time situation, you think?
Oh, man, we got too many, but, Cam Artis-Payne in space is going to be really dangerous. Really, all of our running backs are incredible. All of our receivers do different things really well. So, I mean, Coach Mumme does a really good job of putting our players in spaces where they'll succeed. So
you're a couple series in. Is this a better life than being an Instagram model?
Absolutely.
Keep it going.
Home team has won in the XFL this opening weekend.
Every under is also hit, Tom.
Good call. Tamu hands it off. And room on the left side for Matt Jones. It's a pickup of 9.
Penalties that are hurting them. They get an 8-yard run, set up a second and short. All of a sudden, the penalty sets them back. Now they're behind the chains. But if you can run the ball and your offensive line blocks that way, it doesn't matter as they run for 9 yards.
DeMornay Pearson L with the carry. He's playing with a heavy heart today. His grandmother, who raised him, just passed away this week. He's in this game with heavy emotions. Quarterback draw. Jordan Ta'amu slides down. Chuck Long could talk all the way up to the snap. We asked him about it yesterday as they pick up the first down, and he said, I don't want to be in my quarterback's ear too much. Loyalty on the sideline. Pat.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is the handsome NFL Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. Troy, XFL kickoff weekend here, 2020. What do you think?
I think it's great. It's exciting to have football here, and after the NFL season. I watched some of the games last night. Come here tonight, support my guy Daryl Moose Johnston and his team, the Renegades, and it's been fantastic.
You said you were sitting in the box with him getting a little inside information. He's the acting general manager, basically, for this team for Stoops. What have you learned?
Well, I've learned that it happens all really, really fast. A 25-second play clock, which I love. I think there are some things within this game. I think the kickoff is interesting. A lot of the things that the NFL is hoping to adopt, I think it's a chance to see how it is executed at this level, and I think we might see some of it.
The transparency of the refs and reviews, I like a lot. I would assume you agree in that type of thing. Will you see the transformation, you think, from the XFL rules to the NFL, and how quickly do you think that happens?
I think we will, and it gives the NFL a chance to kind of see how it's adopted here in the XFL and how it's received and how it works and all those things. Dean Blandino, of course, he's been involved. Heads
up, Troy. Jeez, Troy. Get out of the way, Troy.
You're going to get me killed over here, aren't you?
Troy's like 120 pounds right now. He looks incredible. Last question before we let you go. How about the communications from the coach to all of the players on the offense? Do you think that's something the NFL should adapt?
I like it. Now, I was told it was not all the players, but most of the players. I'd like to see it adopted to all the players. I think it's somewhat of a game changer. I'd like to see the coaches be able to talk to the defensive players, all of them as well. I think I don't see any reason why that would be necessarily a negative. I think it's a real positive. So I like I think this league's got a real chance, and you're involved, so that gives me hope.
All right, Troy. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
The best.
Troy used to have an office in this stadium, and he has a restaurant across the street. Obviously, he owns this town. I will go visit Troy's. Big thanks to Troy Aikman. Seems like everybody in the NFL royalty loves the XFL, by the way.
Including the ones that finish inside the field of play. LaDamian Washington out of Missouri picks up the first down. Here's how it breaks down. Try to give the team that's trailing more time at the end of each half.
Think so.
10th play of the drive for St. Louis. Keith Ford breaks through, and Keith Ford takes it into the end zone. A 16-yard touchdown run to give St. Louis its first ever lead.
In a play that looked like it was going to be stopped. And we talked about there hadn't been much tackling by these teams in camp. And so each coaching staff was concerned, how would the tackling be? Pretty good so far in this game, but on this touchdown, completely missed the tackle.
So as soon as we start moving, I think our offense is really good as a team. So once we get the ball, we're going to keep driving and move fast.
Oh, so you were moving, then you guys would shoot yourselves in the foot, it seemed like earlier, then you finally get it in there. What are you looking to take into the second half, you think?
Hey, less penalties, less false starts. And just keep moving as an offense, as a team, and we all play together, and no penalties, like I said. So,
I like where his head's at, Tom. I really do. He's such a calm guy for being 22.
Yeah.
Cheers, by the way.
Under a minute to go in this first half. Pressure coming on Nelson, and he gets rid of it to the opposite side. Donald Parham is a freak. 6'80", 240 pounds. He's 5 inches taller than your average NFL tight end. Parham. There's Parham again. Here's Hal Mummy again.
Open, 6'8", shallow.
They'll drop 8. Parham again, a first down.
Get on the ball. Open 6. Open 6.
Get 6. Clock rolling. Out of the backfield. Cameron Artis-Payne trying to find the sideline. And he gets popped. The clock will stop.
Let's go open 31.
Cameron Artis-Payne finds room straight up the middle. And the former Auburn product takes it inside the 10. There's a flag back at the 25-yard line. 22-yard run if it stands.
Yeah. Let's see.
Holding against the offense. 10-yard penalty from the start of the foul. Second down.
Didn't get the number, but a killer penalty against St. Louis. St. Louis showing pressure. They only bring 4. Nelson, quick hitter. He's able to find Nagel, who spins free, picks up a Dallas first down. 14 on the clock. Coming out of the timeout, 14 seconds left in the half. Nelson has it tipped. It's still caught. Jazz Ferguson trying to make a guy miss. 8 seconds remain in the half. No gain.
Cutting it close with 8 seconds left.
Tom, I was kind of thinking like you. With the clock stopping, if you can get a play quick, get them down, maybe 6-second play, gain some yards for your kicker here, and the Swirly wins. But I think that's the thing about the XFL. The strategy is going to have to grow, you know?
Austin McGinnis, a registered financial advisor, also hosts a podcast about Kentucky football. And Yaka, he's got 2 field goals in the first half, and all the scoring for Dallas comes off the leg of the former Kentucky Wildcat.
Let's go.
So Marquette King, NFL leg, all-pro at one point with the Raiders, gets away a boomer, his best kick of the day. And Gerard Hurd has to go Willie Mays at the 20. Pat McAfee, how about your boy, Marquette King?
It's beautiful to see him hammer a ball like he just did. The first couple he missed a little bit. The XFL ball isn't easy to hit, but if you get a hold of it, that thing goes. Marquette just showcased why he was an all-pro in the NFL. Here had to get hold back. There was a fight that was about to, very, very emotional sideline there, obviously, and obviously a lot of T's and P's there for the guy.
zone. So now can they just keep it going? You can see they like some things in this run game.
They love
started at the end of the first half, and all of a sudden this offensive line is going. The air raid, they like to run the ball some too.
Corner pressure, a dump off on the shallow route, and Flynn Nagel picks up 4.
Open double Fridays 31.
Down the seam, enough for a first down for Dallas. Sean Price and the Renegades are rolling now. Gain of 20. St. Louis shows pressure. Here they come. Slant incomplete, and we got a flag on the play. David Rivers with the coverage on Jeff Badette.
Looks pretty close to the 7 or 8. That's a good spot.
Pass interference. Defense, number 29. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Fresh set of downs for Dallas. Swing pass. Dunbar will take it to the 5, and he's taken down at the 3. Let me go back to that play as a wide receiver. There's a Nelson is going to take off, and he gets stuck and up in it at the line of scrimmage. Big time hit for St. Louis's Dexter McCoyle. They're going to bring Austin McGinnis back out for a field goal. Here's where Philip Nelson got laid out.
This is making an extra yard.
23-yard attempt. Austin McGinnis punches it through. He was perfect in the AAF in his debut last year for Memphis. He is perfect in his XFL debut. 3 for 3 tonight.
You've been coaching football since 1976, revolutionized the game with the air raid offense. Your team has been able to move. You haven't been able to score a touchdown yet. What do you have to do?
We're still we're a little jittery still. We just got to get relaxed, and we got to break the ice and get in the end zone. We've moved the ball pretty good, but we haven't gotten in the end zone.
You're a creative guy. Obviously, the air raid offense is taking the world by storm. The double forward pass is a rule that the XFL has put in. We're all excited to see what you did. How's it looking out there?
Oh, I'd love to do one, but St. Louis got smart there. They're playing their safety so deep. I'm afraid we can't get it.
Coach Hal Mummy loves the bourbon, loves the loafers, and he loves good offense. I'm excited to see what he does here with this Dallas Renegades. Another good one here from Marquette.
Yeah, Pat, that's great, but I'll be honest with you. If I'm St. Louis, when I played football, I didn't care how the punter was. We didn't even want to see the punter hit the field, and he's punted the ball way too many times if you're St. Louis.
I concur.
This is another laser.
I concur, but whenever the wide receivers drop balls, you need a punter to save you with a perfect. What is he doing?
What in the world?
What?
Hey, Pat. Pat almost ran out there and downed it himself.
Oh, that was the just stay off the ball. Just don't even touch it. Marquette just hit a perfect punt. Just don't even touch it, buddy.
Wow, and it went right through the wickets on Gerard Hurd.
First down from the 35-yard line.
What?
And so it goes from inside the 1 out to the 35-yard line.
Bo Harness hadn't got a chance to touch the ball.
That's Troy. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm going to go talk to that guy that just ruined a perfect punt.
Do we have to pay for Troy's analysis?
I don't have the bag, but you guys probably do.
Steve Harness was trying to track that thing. It very nearly hit Gerard Hurd and went right between his legs. So if he thinks that went off the punt returner, you fall on it for 6.
That wasn't even a good fall on it, though. He didn't even recover it.
He'd be terrible at Hungry
Yeah, that
Hippo.
was terrible.
Mine a little bit. What was going through your mind?
I thought he touched it, so I tried to get on the ball before he got on the ball, and then we went in the end zone.
Okay, Joey, you're 100% right. I can respect the hell out of that. They gained 5 yards. They're on the half-inch line there. This is a whole different ball game that they're punting in.
Gallett's punts it away, and that's fumbled. And St. Louis lucky to fall on it. DeMornay Pearsonell.
2 years old, getting his first start in this league, can make enough plays to put points on the board.
4-man rush. He swings it outside. That's Marcus Lucas. Chuck Long, the offensive coordinator for St. Louis.
Sunday, where to go?
Tamu gives it up. Michael is swamped. It's almost like Dallas knew the play coming. It's a loss of 2. T. Grace Scales was right there.
Every single play could pop, and every single possession matters right now.
Tamu.
Great catch.
They say caught, and it's a first down on a pickup of 12. Tempo for Ta'amu in St. Louis. In a swing, Pearson L takes it up the sideline and a first down for the Battlehawks. 13-yard gain. Those Battlehawks in the whites with the gray trousers. Dallas in all black. Ta'amu trying to take off. He will pick up a first down and plenty more. Inside the 10 before he's taken down. It's a 35-yard scramble.
It's a great play call, the quick step, offensive lineman downfield, and all of a sudden now Ta'amu and his speed against the defense of Dallas. They track him down, but they're inside the 10. Can
play the drive.
H bunch. There's your H in this bunch, and we'll see if the ball goes there.
Ta'amu looking end zone. Back of it. It is
touchdown.
Caught. Touchdown, St. Louis. Alonzo Russell and a 9-yard strike from Ta'amu.
You can say do the same thing, but the play looks different.
Hey, hold 5-7. There you go. 5-7. Monday.
Crossing routes. Nelson gets taken down. Took too long to develop. It's a loss of 5. It's Jake Payne out of Shenandoah.
Blue flip, 92H wheel. Blue flip, 92H wheel.
5th St. Louis possession to start inside their own 20. Ta'amu will keep it.
That is a great play call. A terrific, maybe the best play call of the day.
Iowa short for inside zone. Straight ahead. First down run, Matt Jones.
You need to know what the skill guys are doing.
Pressure from the edge. Ta'amu to the slant. That's good for a St. Louis first down and plenty more. DeMornay Pearson L to the 40. Stays on his feet before he's taken down. And St. Louis goes into Dallas territory on a 39-yard run.
They hit Pearson L for a big play.
Ta'amu hands this one off. And Matt Jones picks up 6.5.
In a rhythm.
Nearly balanced in the yardage department pass run.
This is a remarkable drive. I mean, starting way backed up, just to matriculate down the field like this is absolutely remarkable. And when he came out of bounds there on that big run, Oliver Luck, myself, a cameraman, a couple other people almost lost our ACLs.
Yeah. Safety blitz coming. Ta'amu running for his life, and he's taken down at the 30. T. Gray Scales.
Yeah, they had the Z pump to the top of the screen. They were
attempt now for Taylor Russolino to make it a 2-score game, and it is true. And St. Louis takes a 15-9 lead with 5:16 to go. Pat, it's been an amazing weekend already. What a way to cap this thing.
It has been an absolutely wonderful weekend, which leads us to the man who's in charge of this thing, Oliver Luck. When Vince McMahon approached you about relaunching the XFL, could you imagine a much more successful weekend than this has been?
Not my wildest dreams. Some great games. This one's a old-fashioned slugfest, a little bit of a barn burner in terms of the teams being so equally matched. So what a great opening weekend for us.
I know you guys took 7 months to kind of test out these new rules. The reviews have been nothing short of spectacular. The kickoff rules, everybody loves. The extra point attempt, everybody seems to love it. Did you have a sense that it would have this overwhelming positive response?
I thought the vast majority of football fans would like it because the underlying rationale, why did we change the kickoff, makes sense, right? And it makes sense not just for excitement, but for player safety as well. So we had a pretty good feeling that these rules were going to be well accepted by our fans.
The XFL is a good thing for this country. It's a good thing for football. I don't think anybody could be more proud than what we've got going on from you and your team, Oliver.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Pat.
No problem. Tom, Oliver Luck has been nothing short of professional, and what an overwhelming, successful weekend this has been for the XFL.
Not quite for Dallas yet, though. Came in as 9.5-point favorites, and they're in danger of losing.
Dog, Roger. Here we go. Woo. Monday. Ready, go ahead.
They just got the play off. Nelson going deep. Too strong. Hal Mummy was without the quarterback that's going to be the face of this franchise. Landry Jones, he is due to start next week. He suffered a minor knee injury at the very beginning of camp for Dallas, and the crowd here at Globe Life Park started chanting Landry Jones. This offense will look different with his arm.
Yeah, Philip Nelson's gone deep twice in this game. Both times the ball has landed out of bounds. And I think the fans are just want to see an offense that gets more chunk plays.
Young receivers, he's one of the oldest guys in this team. Play clock is already at 2.
And here's your Y, and they ran this play earlier, see if the Y can get the outcut.
Tamu
Great.
got him. First down, St. Louis. Matt Jones, submarine past midfield, a pickup of 6.
Hey, come. Hey, so I'm gonna wait till like the
First charge timeout of the half. Dallas. 30 seconds and leave.
Not.
180.
Matt Jones picks up a St. Louis first down. Dallas has 1 timeout remaining. Only 2 timeouts per team per half in the XFL.
Okay, Tom and Joey. In the NFL, if you get to 2 minutes with a first down with the other team with no timeouts, you can run the clock out.
If your headset goes out, we continue. Tamu taken down in the backfield. Jalen Robinson, the son of the big dog, Glenn Robinson, the Purdue standout.
Second and final.
Jalen played there as well, and he comes out with a huge sack, and Dallas stops the clock with 1:28. And what did Jonathan Hayes tell Jordan Tamu? You cannot take sacks.
First down is massive here, but you also want to keep the clock moving.
3rd and long. And nothing. That's a loss of 1. 1:04 to go. 4th down coming up.
They can take this down to, what, 40 seconds? Around 44.
Just try to hit it as high as possible so the guy could potentially drop it and get some hang time.
You know what? I just want to play it safe. The coach asked me to do something. I did exactly what I was told.
Attaboy, Marquette. Great to see him back.
6.2 yards per completion for Philip Nelson. They drop 8. Nelson checks down. Jeff Badette, the former Oklahoma star, runs a 4.27 40. He's out of bounds after a gain of 4. Again, they rush only 3. Nelson complete to the 30-yard line.
Do it again.
Clock starts now. Nelson deep, intercepted, and St. Louis is going to steal a road win. Their captain, Will Hill, with the interception to seal this one.
Hey, felt great, especially against the guy that brought me into coaching, Bob Stoops. He's a hell of a coach. He's got a hell of a team. Well, I'm just happy we came out on top.
What did you like from Tamu today?
I liked his poise. I loved his poise, and he showed it.
Hey, don't rub it in his face too much, Coach. I'll tell you what, 2 men have a lot of respect for each other. Great game down here in Dallas. The Battlehawks just had a great game plan, and Tamu showed up.